They don't like to call us back. Here with reaction. He broke this in January of 2018, author of Profiles in Corruption and, of course, Secret Empires. We welcome back Peter SCHWEIZER. Peter, good to see you. You know, you go through this whole thing, and now you look at the Johnson-Grassley report. You dig deeper into your book because you had this all in the beginning. You got wire transfers from Russian oligarchs, Kazakh oligarchs, Chinese national shopping sprees. You got the whole Burisma quid pro quos, no experience. You got 1.5 billion Bank of China. And he said on Good Morning America, I never got a penny from China. Explain why that was really a lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a complete total lie on a number of levels. First of all, you mentioned the equity stake in BHR. Estimates from some people at the University of Chicago is that stake is worth tens of millions of dollars. You had almost $5 million in Chinese money transferred from CEFC, a military-connected energy company sent to Hunter Biden. You had the $100,000 shopping spree. The list goes on and on. And look, here's what America has to recognize, Sean. This corruption has been a way of life for the Bidens for decades. It's not just Hunter. It's not just Frank. It's the Biden Five. We've talked about it before. It includes 5 members of the family. They all have their methods and their approaches, and they circle around Joe Biden like moons around a planet, and they cash in off of what he does. And I think the recent report about Joe admonishing his brother, 2 things stand out, Sean. First of all, it seems kind of pre-canned. It's almost like they're trying to, leak the fact that Joe is concerned about this, even though the family's been doing this for decades. But second of all, notice what Joe Biden actually tells his brother. What he says is, watch what you're doing. You don't want to get hurt. There's no mention of how this is corrupt, how this is going to look bad, how this is going to affect the country, how it might, create bad perceptions about cronyism and corruption. There's none of that. The focus is on the family and family members getting hurt. So it's going to be business as usual. This is going to continue. They might be more subtle about it, but they are going to continue to engage in this kind of behavior until they're held into account.
Well, I don't really see it happening. Look, we saw what big tech did with the laptop of Hunter Biden. I know you're aware that I interviewed the computer repair shop owner, and he confirmed a lot of what had already been reported by Mr. Bobolinsky. In fact, Joe says, I have no knowledge of my son's business dealings. But not only have we confirmed through the laptop, but you've been able to corroborate that elsewhere, correct? That Joe did know. Joe knew about it.
Absolutely. I mean, he's traveling. Hunter Biden is traveling with his father on Air Force Two to Beijing, China, for example, as he's closing a deal with BHR, the private equity firm. I mean, are they really suggesting on that, 16-hour flight across the Pacific on Air Force Two, Joe never asked his son, what are you going to be doing in China? Or that he didn't know in advance. I mean, this is a family that has emphasized for decades, and I think it's true, that they are very close, that they are very tight, that they talk all the time. You can't say that for decades, and then suddenly when it comes to these business deals, say that there's no context.
Peter, great work as always. Thank you. Okay, so well after botching his COVID response, lying about the number of deaths, his fatal nursing home go-to order cause, Governor Cuomo is still refusing to take any responsibility. Let's just deny the whole truth, and then, when in doubt, nobody else to blame. Let's blame Trump. The media, of course, giving him a pass. More abusive bias from a corrupt media establishment, institutional corruption. And later, we'll discuss the ongoing David versus Goliath Wall Street brawl, the Wolf of Wall Street. If you've seen the movie, you'll meet the real wolf. Straight ahead.